Hi everybody, this is Becky Knudsen with Raven House Chalk Art. We're going to take a little detour from Christmas designs and do a kind of a New Year's design. This was the Chalk Couture transfer of the month came in December, but it's the January transfer. And as you can see, it says this will be the best year yet. I'm trying to get it centered on the thing there. So I haven't opened this one yet, so we're going to give it open. If anybody's new to Chalk Couture, our transfers are not a regular stencil. They're a silk screen transfer, so they have a tacky back. Let's see if I can pull that off for you there. And it's not, like I said, not a regular transfer. It's a silk screen transfer, so it has tiny, tiny holes there, and that's where the chalk paste goes through. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining. The back is tacky, like I said, so I can just apply it straight to my surface. So what I'm using here is just a piece of thin wood that I had cut down at Home Depot. So I'm going to apply this, just kind of center it in the middle here. I always forget my ruler. I'm just going to kind of try to center it a little bit. See how close we are here. See, pretty close, pretty close. All right, it's not super sticky, so you can see it's kind of moving around until I get it pressed down. It's easy to move. In fact, if you want to keep it kind of steady, just kind of push down one little area like I just did there. That way it doesn't move around on you too much. And then once you get it where you want it, you flatten it out completely by, smoothing it out. You could use one of the squeegees, one of the larger squeegees to smooth it. You want to make sure there's no bubbles in the silk screen part. So you just kind of smooth it like that. Smooth it completely out. So that's on there, centered now. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try the ombre effect again, and that's kind of a transitioning of colors. And we're going to use 3 different chalk paste colors. So we're going to start with kind of a darker blue, a lighter blue, and then move down to a white. So we're going to try that technique out. So in order to do that, I'm going to use a couple different squeegees. The squeegees are super easy to wash in between colors, but if you have multiple squeegees, that makes it even easier. So this is the Nantucket color. This is Caribbean. And then of course white. And this is a chalk paste, so it's a little thicker than paint. And we're going to apply it with the squeegee. So I'm going to set these here. Make sure I have. So because this is a larger, kind of a larger surface, I'm going to work pretty quickly in order to make sure it doesn't dry on there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to work the top half and then do the bottom half for the kind of the ombre effect. Looks like I got a little something under there, so I'm just gonna, something on my transfer, stuck to my transfer. All right, I'm gonna peel that back. How you doing this evening, Donna? If anybody else is joining me live or on the replay, feel free to say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. So we're going to go dark, and so to do the ombre effect, we're going to start with the dark, and I'll do it to about there, and then I'll start with the Caribbean and do it to about probably there. I'm going to do it probably about there, because then I'll move down in there to the white. Let's see, so we'll do the Nantucket, maybe the Caribbean kind of that far, and then the white right in there. So I'll do the Caribbean kind of the most color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread this completely across this top part. Till about halfway. And then, as we always do, I'm going to take off any excess. Make sure that it's got a good coat. You see how right there you can see, hopefully you can see that, the lettering underneath the paste. That's where you want it to be. You want it to be a really thin layer. And then I'm going to do the white, or the Caribbean going down. So I'm just going to go right across there, right next to it. I'm not layering it yet. This one's a little thick. I should add some water in this one. So I'm going right about this one. We're going to go all the way down to the okay, so then what I'm going to do is scrape off the excess here. And then in order to do the layer, the transitioning or the ombre effect, we're going to just mesh these two together. And I can use the lighter color, put a little bit on my finger, just a little bit, and then I'm just going to run these in together like that. And I'm going to kind of blend them together. Because this one's kind of thick, we'll see how well it blends. Keep blending, and then we're going to peel that off, and you'll see that we kind of get a little bit of the blending there, the two colors. Now, because I'm going to work on the bottom half, I'm going to leave this here very carefully, just so that the paste doesn't dry on the transfer and on the board. It is kind of late, Donna. The evening got away from me, so popping on here really late. The kids are sleeping. So now we're going to do white on the next part. So I'm going to keep going with the Caribbean about halfway down. If your paste is a little thick like this, you can add a little bit of water and blend it up, mix it up to make it a little thinner. So now I'm going to go just a little bit down into the year right here, and then I'm going to go move on to the white. And the white will be on the bottom part. So you just go right up to the edge there. You don't cross them necessarily yet. Cover the whole bottom part. So this is only my second time doing this technique, so hopefully it turns out. Go right up to the edge, scrape off any excess, put it right back into the jar. And then in order not to get this to dry, we got to work kind of quickly. So again, I'm going to take the lighter color on my finger, and then I'm just going to rub these together. And of course, the smaller the mixture you go, the smaller the transition effect will be, and the bigger you go, the bigger the effect will be. So it just kind of depends on the look you want. So we're going to continue peeling. And that's looks pretty good, I think. I've got a little bit of excess over here, so I'm going to wipe that up carefully with a clean wipe. I'm just going to kind of wipe that up really carefully. So if you have a board that's stained, or depending on the board, you want to be really careful because you don't want to bring that stain up. So I just want to wipe really carefully. But otherwise, I think that looks really good. What do you think? Awesome, Donna. Yeah, have you tried this technique yet? I think you should try it. It's really, really fun. It's easy. Like I said, that's only my second time doing it, and you can see how I got more of a blend here and a little less here because it's darker, but I think that's kind of the fun of it. You never know what you're gonna get. Because this board is a little wider than this is, I'm debating about doing, some decoration on the side, but just to kind of fill in the edges, but I actually kind of like it just like that. I think it's very simple. What I'll probably do is put a hanger, something to hang it with, and then it can just hang on the wall. So that's the ombre effect. Let me know if you give it a try and how it turns out. Post any pictures, share your experiences with me, and look forward to hearing from you. If If you have any questions about Chalk Couture, if you want to learn more about the products, want to place an order, have any questions, feel free to message me or comment below. The high page, yeah, you're going to have to rewatch it. It was really easy and really quick, so a lot of fun. If you have any questions, let me know, and once you try it, share it with me. Let me know how it turned out. Hope you guys have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon.